It was Israel. All roads obviously lead to Israel, of course.
You said it, not me.
Who was it? It was probably Israel. And then much
You said it, not me.
like Scooby Doo, it's like you would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling fact checkers. So to me,
Imagine, and yeah, yo, fact checkers, stop finding facts. Get out of here, you meddling fact checkers, getting all these facts, making us look stupid, pulling back the cover off of us. Stop. Stop, you fact checkers. Get back to work and give us your taxes.
she's so gifted, but at the same time, when they rip the mask off people, I'm wondering what is
I just want to point out that PBD has not interrupted him once. And normally when he goes on these stupid diatribes, PBD interrupts him every time. He's just going and going and going, saying, oh, I'm gonna let him land this little stupid plane.
the mask that she's wearing? What is she hiding? Because what she's doing is not, she's either the best crime fighter the world has ever seen, or she's gaslighting everybody into believing whatever nonsense she's coming up with.
Oh my God. Who are y'all listening to?
You don't know? That's Johnny America, baby.
That's Johnny America? Oh.
What's up, YouTube? It's Johnny America once again with another video. And you see the thumbnail, so you know we got to talk about Candace Owens again. And everybody just seems to love to hate on her. It is the most ridiculous thing. And to be honest, like, I really just don't have no patience for anybody right now that's just hating on Candace Owens. I cannot figure you out for the life of me. And it's starting to like feel very, very strange. Like, what is your problem? Like, what is your like? Why shouldn't she ask questions? You know what I mean? Like, it's questions. Like, how else will we find out the answers if you don't ask the questions? And it's like, I don't know. It's like everywhere. Like, I legitimately don't know no person in real life that feels like that feels like what Candace is doing is actually wrong. I don't know no person in real life. Now I do know a whole lot of people in real life that don't like her. Like, I know a lot of black people that don't like Candace Owens. I know a lot of white people that are kind of just eh, indifferent, I guess, with Candace Owens. But like in general, of all those people, the ones that like her and the ones that are kind of indifferent and the ones that don't like her, if you ask them about this situation, it's either you got two types of people. Either the people that are just indifferent, like, I don't know, man, I don't care about that. I ain't thinking about that. They ain't thinking about Charlie Kirk for whatever reason. They ain't thinking about like they're like, man, whatever. They care less, right? That's their view. That's their right to feel that way. And then there's people who are like, yeah, Candace is right. She need to keep going. She need to keep asking questions. What's wrong with asking questions? What happened? I don't believe a 30-06 did that, and blah 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 blah. You know, all of that. Why did they pave over the area the very 2 days later on a Sunday? Like, questions like that. Different understandings and viewpoints of the whole situation that were never given to us from the public. Not only were they not given to us from the public or for the public, they weren't given to us for the public from like the FBI or the police department in Utah and whoever's investigating this. Not only did they not give us nothing, all that we have that we found out to be true, by the way, is from Candace. So it's like the information that we have that we found out to be true is from Candace. Not only so, we found out that a lot of the people in the beginning, they were just flat out lying for no reason, or maybe for a reason. And if you find somebody lying, you have every reason to be wondering why are they lying? Because it's always a reason. If someone just makes up a blatant lie about something, then there's a reason, right? Like, it's got to be a reason. They didn't just lie for nothing. And then this person lied, that person lied, that person lied. Candace Owens have broken down at least 16 to 17 of their lies. Like, broke them down. Like, yep, this is not true. This is not true. And do the investigation. So why are we mad about this? Why don't we want to know? Even again, even if you don't care, even if you're indifferent, you should still not want to be lied to. Still, we should still make it where the government has to be accountable to us. They are, after all, our government. Like, we are the ones that are paying them, right? It's our president, our senator, our congressman. We're the ones paying them. They're coming out of our tax dollars. We go to work. We're the chug in the machine. We're the ones working, and they're like taking part of our money. We're the GDP. We're the ones making the money. And that's all this is about, is money. When if there's fraud or scandal, it's always some money involved. So we're paying. They're taking our money and doing what they want to do with it. And then when we question something, they say, "Shut up, dummy, get back to work." That's what they basically are saying to us. So it's like, are we going to accept that, or are we going to keep asking questions? Therefore, I don't care how you may feel about Candace Owens, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference. It's the fact that we need to be asking questions and keep a safe space around asking questions. If we get to the point that we can't ask questions no more, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing at that point? You know what I mean? So that's the whole thing of this. So this guy, I'm gonna show you in a second here, Poetic Flacco. He did a video. I like Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco. I got all type of people that follow me and that watch me and that are subscribed to me, and I thank you. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, what are you on? Like, what are you up to? Like, what do you? I get a whole lot of views, but the people don't subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. That helps me continue to produce more content for you. Everybody might not be built to say the things that we need to say and ask the questions that we need to ask. So the ones that are doing that, you definitely should be supporting them. Subscribe to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button. It helps me. It helps YouTube know, oh, people like this channel, people like what he's saying, spread it out. But when we got so many, like, again, just like when we were talking about the amount of seemingly most of the people that we actually know support Candace or are indifferent. But online, you see a ton of people in the comments saying, "Oh, she's crazy. She's this. She's lost it. She's gone too far this time," and all that different stuff. Those are trolls, y'all. Those are trolls. Ain't no way, because you don't know real people in life that feel that way. So it'd be a ton of trolls. There'd be trolls in my comments. Like, that's why I need y'all to spread the word. Subscribe to the channel. But Poetic Flacco, this young man on the screen, I actually like his content. He makes a lot of, like, I would say, hood hip hop type content. And I would probably bet, well, I can't say now. I was going to say the racial divide, but I can't say. But I'll just say it's more hood music, rap rappers. Some of the people that he be doing shows about, I don't even know who they are. You know what I mean? But I do know a lot of rappers, but I don't know all the young ones and the new ones. I'm almost 50, you know? So it's just that it's funny that he is making this content right now in my opinion, in support of Candace, and this is probably his second video. And it's not even. I like the way he does it, because he's not going all in for Candace, but he's like, "Nah, we need to check this out. We need to see what she's talking about. Don't just dismiss her as crazy." And that's all I'm saying. Don't just dismiss what Candace is saying as crazy. That is a very, very, very dangerous and slippery slope that we as a country do not need to fall in, where we continue, and we're already kind of in it. I'm trying to say we need to climb out of that slope, that hill we've fallen down under. We have to stop dismissing people as crazy when they say something that's outside of the box, or outside of what you've been thinking, or more importantly, outside of what you've been told. We've been told this, told that, but what's really happening? So, Poetic Flacco, without further ado, we're going to get his video going.
The Patrick Bet David podcast didn't learn apparently from the first time they tried to expose Candace Owens and it backfired badly. This time around, they tried to expose her again, but it also backfired pretty badly from their own audience. The PBD podcast and Candace Owens share a similar audience, so they always freak out whenever they criticize Candace Owens, especially after the last time they tried to expose Candace Owens and it backfired because it actually turns out Candace Owens was telling the truth. They haven't been able to live that down, to be honest. This time around, they were discussing Candace Owens' latest accusations, where Candace Owens is claiming the head of state of France, Emmanuel Macron, and his wife, Brigitte Macron, who Candace Owens has done multiple documentaries on, exposing the fact that she believes that Brigitte Macron was born a man and they're hiding this from the public. She claims that they actually put a hit out on her, that they paid assassins $1.5 million to assassinate her. And she would also claim that the person who assassinated Charlie Kirk was actually trained in France by special forces. Those accusations is wild. Now, when I discussed it, I said, listen, I don't know if I 100% believe this, but the one thing I'm not going to do is call her a liar. I'm going to say I'm going to wait for her to come back from her week hiatus and discuss this. Because the one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to give the infrastructure the benefit of the doubt, right? If you think I'm going to give a leader of a nation, usually most people who become president, who climb their way to the top, it's a blood sport, okay? You spill blood to get to the top of any country. Don't matter what country it is. You spill blood to get to the top of that country to be in power. So I'm not going to give a bloodthirsty head of state any benefit of the doubt, right? So I said, it sounds wild, but I'm waiting for Candace Owens to get back. Apparently, the PBD podcast can't wait for her to get back to present the proof that she promised she's going to present when she gets back, because they are already doing podcasts calling Candace Owens a big fat liar who's unhinged.
So there you go. You hear how he handled it. He said, "Hey, I'm not going to judge. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt over the state, over the government. Like, let's not forget that this is the same government. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. I know we all don't like to think this way, but let's just example Martin Luther King assassination. CIA had something to do with it. John F. Kennedy's assassination. CIA had something to do with it. Robert F. Kennedy assassination. CIA had something to do with it. (9/11). Whitehead Building 7 fall, and it wasn't even connected to the other stuff. Like, come on. Why was it? Did it look like explosions? And this one just, the infrastructure. We be going for they lie to us so much that, and we just want to be good people. We just, nobody wants to like live a tumultuous life. Nobody wants to be fighting the government. Nobody wants to be doing that. We're ultimately incredibly disappointed in our government. And it's kind of hurtful, to be honest. Like, well, you know how when somebody in the hood, they say, "You playing in my face." But when you just playing in my face, like, dang, you don't even care. Like, you just gonna tell me anything? You gonna lie right in my face? That's hurtful. That's hurtful as a citizen. Some, I mean, like, think about, like, you look at the FBI and Cash Patel. Like, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Like, we voted for you. We hoped and prayed that you would get in there and fix things. And now you look like a whole different person. And you like, your eyes so wide open, you barely, it's like blink twice if you need help, bro. And we could figure something out. Like, it's a weird energy that happens when people get into elite places in this country. And that just screams corruption. Like, that's what it is. And I understand you might have gotten there and then seen the corruption up in your face, and it's like, oh, I have to do what you say. Like, I get it. It wasn't what you was planning for, and wasn't what you was hoping for. But that's where you are now. And it's just like, yo, as Americans, we just looking like, what is going on? But you can't tell us that nothing is going on. You ain't gonna convince me of that. But there is a way that we as American citizens, in my opinion, we have one hope. If we stop letting them divide us from the left and the right, oh, Tyler Robinson did it, da 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 da. I mean, like, what? Like, I seen what's the dude Nick Fuentes on somebody's clip talking about, yeah, he believed that Tyler Robinson shot him. Like, bruh, you I think you either got to be dumb AF or you are a liar. Like, which one? Choose your fighter. Are you dumb AF or are you a liar? Like, choose your fighter, because ain't no way that people are this dumb. You can't be, and I don't mean to call people dumb. I understand, like, again, there are some citizens in this country that are just naive, and they don't know when they're being bamboozled. And every time somebody disagree with what what Candace calls the Fed slop, every time somebody disagrees with that, they call it a conspiracy. But the conspiracy team is winning right now. We keep getting it right. Everything we said was what happened. The conspiracy people be winning, and it's almost like the people that are not. But the problem is this: conspiracy theorists be right on so much stuff, but they never come back and say it was right. You know what I mean? So you never get your actual point. You just keep looking like the person that's wrong. You just keep looking like the person that's wrong all the time. But I don't know. But here's PBD. Now, PBD podcasts, I used to like them. This was like my go-to. Come home from work, I'm turning on the TV, I'm watching PBD. What? Babe. Maybe she didn't call me. Okay. I'm coming home from work. I'm turning on the TV and I'm watching PBD like all the time. That was my go-to thing to watch. Me and the wifey. We're sitting there watching PBD. But he did this hit piece on Candace Owens, and there's so many people that have done hit pieces. Nick Fuentes, he keeps riding the Candace Owens train. He just that he just everybody trying to make money off her now. Nick Fuentes, PBD has done multiple shows. Adam Sosnick, weak ass. Um, um, who else is doing shows? Ben Shapiro, uh, Louder with Crowder, hoe ass. Um, who else? There's tons and tons of people. Sabby Sabs did a hit piece. This weak goofball named Aquarius Wave. Who else? So many of these people on YouTube, and they're just making hit pieces after hit pieces. All these whack, incredibly whack loser pastors. Like I got one that's I'm going to show on here today. Just a absolute liar and a loser. Like terrible pastors. I can't even fathom like how you are a pastor and you just like getting up in front of your people lying, making up. You talk about Candace is making accusations while you're making accusations on her. Like at the same time. Like what are we doing? What are we doing? What world do we live in that this is like okay? And your audience is like, "Hey man, like get out of my face." It's crazy. So PBD was my man's, but incredibly disappointed in the way that he attacked Candace when she first started questioning like what happened. She just said, "I'm going to figure out what happened with my friend." Da 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 da, and they lost their mind. And she said something that was like, "Hey, this is kind of odd that." A president of a country who's in these seven front wars, blah, blah, blah. He's pretty busy. He immediately, before even Trump could say anything about Charlie Kirk dying, a president of a whole nother nation is on there saying something about him dying. Like what? And saying how close they were and how they were friends and da 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 da. That's where Candace lost it. She was like, whoa, that's not true. How did she know that wasn't true? Because that's her friend. Despite them trying to tell you that they weren't friends or that they weren't close, she pulled out the receipts. She showed the text messages. He was complaining about these things, complaining about the you know who-ish people, complaining about all of that. And the whole time they were lying, saying, "Oh no, he's been this. He's right here. He never blinked on the you know who-ish in Israel." Blah blah blah. Like that's what he did. That's what they were doing. So Candace like, why are y'all lying? Stop lying. Stop lying right now. This is disgusting. Stop lying. And if somebody now, not one person from Turning Point USA said, "Okay, yeah, 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 they're lying on him." They could have did that right out the gate. Never did they. Never did they. And Candace wasn't saying nothing about them. But them not doing that made them look suspicious. Made them look like, why aren't y'all telling the truth? This dude came on to turn it. It's gonna be on this video. The first accusations that PBD put out about her. And PBD is this dude on the screen right now is incredibly smart. This is such a smart guy. But what he did was completely play stupid throughout this whole thing. And you'll notice he's like, what? What? What's going on? What? Acting like he just don't know what's happening. And he's just being fake and disingenuous. And it's very disappointing, to be honest. Here we go.
The weekend, the political commentator also claimed that Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, Tyler Robinson, was trained by the French Legion 13th Brigade. Is this what she said? Candace Owens claimed on Monday that the French President Macron and his wife allegedly spent $1.5 million on plot to assassinate her days after she claimed the couple ordered a hit on her life.
This is the tweet they're referring to. We discussed this in our last.
I'm not gonna go through this whole tweet. This is the whole tweet of Candace talking about how she felt like they were plotting to kill her. This is that tweet. Let me see if I can catch it.
This is deadly serious. Candace was also saying this was a joint operation between Israel and France.
Candace is one of the most gifted communicators out there.
Now this dude right here, he is just Israel, no matter who. Like that's all he's here for. I'm wondering why he's even on the show sometimes, because nobody likes to hear what he has to say. like nobody does. It is the part of the show. I guarantee you, if you see their YouTube ratings, it'd be like this, and then that moment where he's talking, it goes down like this, where people just log off and come back later, because his IQ is so low, he literally offers nothing for the channel. He brings nothing to the channel. It's just like the worst person to listen to is Adam. Like, you'd be like, oh my God. And even PBD knows it. PBD be like, Adam, what's your point? Adam, finish your point. Adam, oh, what do you get into? Da 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 da. But weirdly, when they talk about a certain topic, Adam doesn't get any interruptions. I just want you to notice that. And again, don't tell me that you watch PBD and you never notice that he's constantly interrupted by Patrick Bet-David. PBD is constantly interrupting him. But when he's talking about these things, he's just like busy moving pencils and papers around his desk, and like he just lost. Don't know what we talk. Oh, what are we talking about? Oh, what happened? What happened? Just watch. I just want y'all to watch this.
She's very gifted at grabbing your attention. The flip side to that may be that she's an attention-seeking, spotlight-addicted narcissist who needs your attention.
Says the man who wants to be on this show so bad that he had some favors pulled, that he's always on it, has no talent. He just talked about how talented Candace is. What talent do you bring to the show? Why are you there? Who are you?
And gets off on all the attention. You used a crime novel, was the thing, spy novel?
Spy novel.
It's so funny because I was watching Scooby-Doo the other day, and it made me realize that Candace is like the human podcasting version of Scooby-Doo, where, where are you? I'm going to find you. She has her whole crew, and she deputizes her audience, as Dinesh D'Souza said. And
sure does.
She doesn't need a mystery machine. She's got her...
Imagine that. Why y'all mad? Why y'all mad that the American people are deputized and we out here trying to figure it out ourselves because y'all won't tell us the truth? Y'all bought and paid for people won't tell us the truth. Yeah, we're going to figure it out ourselves. You mad? You doing demonize that? Got it. You going to hate the people? These people are
podcast and her mic, and she's bringing Twitter receipts, and she's finding clues, and she's finding chicks with whatever she's working on. She always has the answer, and you always have to stay tuned to the next episode where she does the big reveal, and then plot twist, rut-row.
Here's the thing. I heard a lot of other people talking about, well, if she knows everything, why don't she just put it all out there? Why does she have to do it bit by bit and just try to monetize the whole thing? First of all, for you that don't know, Candace Owens have been doing this same thing about all of her stuff. This is how she investigates. This is how she figures things out. This is how she set traps for people to lie in. Like she first did that first week. Everybody and they mom, she had like 950,000 people watching her live at the same time, that one video. And that's why these people are really mad, by the way. She's killing everybody. She's crushing everybody. I heard she's crushed Tim Pool so bad that now he's staging a drive-by shooting at us. Like it's all kind of stuff that's just it's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. So Candace is crushing it. They're big mad. She's crushing them. PBD's podcast has a lot of people. I think right here it has 307 subscribers. Oh no, that's Poetic Flacco. Sorry, Poetic Flacco got 307,000. I think PBD got close to 1 million subscribers. Candace has close to 6 million subscribers, and and not only so, she had PBD's largest podcast was like under 300,000 live viewers watching the presidential election show he did. And like I said the other day, Candace had almost 1 million watching live. So that's just they hate it. So what they're she's just trying to make money. She's just monetizing this. PBD came out the same day before Candace came out with a video at all about Charlie Kirk's death. PBD had a video immediately. He got online. Oh, we got to get on with it. It was somewhere else, and all of them logged in. Like, stop, just stop. And I mean, I ain't mad at you for doing it because I watched it. I was entertained. I was watching you until you switched out on Candace. When you, bruh, the way PVD did, and this guy, little Adam Sosnick, was the ringleader. Here's Adam Sosnick. Let's just let him finish this.
It was Israel. All roads obviously lead to Israel, of course.
You said it, not me.
Who was it? It was probably Israel. And then much
You said it, not me.
like Scooby-Doo, it's like you would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling fact checkers. So to me,
Imagine, your fact checkers, stop finding facts. Get out of here, you meddling fact checkers, getting all these facts, making us look stupid, pulling back the cover off of us. Stop, you fact checkers. Get back to work and give us your taxes.
she's so gifted, but at the same time, when they rip the mask off people, I'm wondering what is
I just want to point out that PBD has not interrupted him once. And normally when he goes on these stupid diatribes, PBD interrupts him every time. He's just going and going and going, saying, oh, I'm gonna let him land this little stupid plane.
the mask that she's wearing? What is she hiding? Because what she's doing is not, she's either the best crime fighter the world has ever seen, or she's gaslighting everybody into believing whatever nonsense she's coming up with.
I don't ever want to.
That was the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard. Like, what? What are you talking? He went through all of that talking about Scooby Doo and this and that just to say, what is she hiding? What? I don't know. Why don't you research it and figure out what she's hiding? Like, what does that have to do with what we talk about now? We're talking about what you're. That's like you're saying, "Hey, you stole my pencil off my desk," and the person's like, "Yeah, but what have you stole before?" Like what? Like that don't even make no sense. That's what his whole speech was about. What is she doing? PBD, get rid of this loser off your show.
Enemy like Adam, man. This man is relentless in his slander, bruh.
And
He's
dumb.
relentless. You would think the way Adam talks about Candace Owens that they have some type of lifelong beef or something. When no,
Mm-mm.
that's not the case at all. Candace Owens and Adam don't get along because Candace Owens has an anti-Israel rhetoric, and that's as far as it goes. But Adam will
Bingo.
personalize it, go above and beyond to bring on certain people to slander Candace Owens. And I'll be real with Adam, bro. Like, you blame Ben Shapiro for Candace Owens now being a radical when it comes to Israel. Because Candace Owens was at some point moderate. It was only like a year ago when Candace Owens was a moderate on this Israel and Palestinian issue. And then Ben Shapiro and you guys treated her as if she was the field art student when she had a moderate take. And now she's radical because y'all treated her like the field art student when she was a moderate. And now she's a radical against Israel. And now you guys is reaping what you guys sow. And by you guys, I mean you content creators who were friends with her, and y'all turned y'all back on her once she became a moderate regarding Israel and wasn't sucking off Israel and Bibi every chance she got. Now Adam has personalized that particular beef, and now he does this to Candace Owens. And the reason why I'm taking Adam's word on this with a grain of salt. And I'm not even somebody who believes Candace Owens is 100% telling the truth. I think Adam is the least credible person when it comes to Candace Owens. Adam literally brought on somebody to lie and defame and slander Candace Owens. Like,
Now this is what PBD and them did within a week of her best friend getting shot in his neck. This is what they did. This show right here that he's about to show right
when
here.
Charlie Kirk passed away, Candace Owens was online grieving. Adam said, I'm going to bring on somebody to tell the world that Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk weren't really that friends. They weren't really friends at all. They even lied about the last time that Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk did a Turning Point event, claiming that Candace Owens hadn't seen Charlie Kirk for almost a decade. Right? Well, closer to 5 years, but you get my point.
At some point, her credibility, I mean, is going to go down the.
This episode pissed me off so bad. I want you to peep out Vinny. Look at Vinny. If you ever watched PBD, just notice how Vinny is acting on this. Vinny is always very sure of himself. He's very confident in everything he's saying. But notice when Adam is talking, how Vinny is just like he normally doesn't agree with much that Adam says. Vinny, he's the angry patriot.
Tubes because she needs to bring receipts. Bill Ackman brought receipts. How long was that tweet?
It's still going. I think
He was there in the room.
Still going.
Andrew Colbert was there in the room.
Look at him.
You're on the board of Turning
He's off.
Point?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you saw Candace Owens?
Now that's Eric Bowling. Eric Bowling allegedly was on the board at Turning Point USA. And now you heard the question that Adam just asked. Now listen to his response.
in person.
Yeah.
He's like, in person, like just acting. These guys are the most ridiculous, disingenuous humans I've ever seen. Like everybody, it seems like that's like making some money is just hella disingenuous.
2015,
Oh,
2016.
wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
When's the last time she was at a Turning Point event?
2015.
Many years.
Okay.
But
So
Not in many years. And again, PBD, quiet as a church mouse.
Here, you don't even
without
have to
even
do this,
being
Adam.
biased,
There's a
is Candace even involved in Charlie Kirk's life at all?
No question proof that Candace Owens is nothing, has nothing to do. She would be in a perfect world if they didn't have this. What I already know was a very quiet breakup where she got too rabbit hole for him. She would be the logical.
Look at Candace's face. She's just laughing like, she's just lying on me. It's so ridiculous.
Heir to the TPUSA throne, but she's
And
not.
now she's not
because
even invited.
Correct. So this is
So,
their divide is.
Wait a minute, not invited, meaning
she's not even there.
Yeah, she's not
Adam.
one of the names.
First of all, this was before the funeral, and Candace was not one of the people that they selected to come speak. Neither was anybody up here. Whatever. But
Wait, you don't think she'll be at the funeral?
No.
That's
I mean,
not the funeral.
The heir to the
Oh,
She
okay.
TPUSA throne.
she doesn't speak at the events anymore.
I mean,
Adam, you trying so hard. You are such a little weasel nerd, like loser. Like you let that LD energy, bro. It's just screams. You screaming at LD energy, and it's just like, bruh. She doesn't even go to the events. He just blabbing at the mouth. And PBD sits there and lets him tell lie after lie after lie on the show and didn't ever check him. Didn't ever call him out. Didn't ever say, hey, you lied. You were wrong. A lot of my followers don't follow me no more because of you. PBD don't care. Maybe he's just getting the money somewhere else. I don't know. But he ain't mad about that L that he's taking. And in his comments, everybody has been letting him know, including me.
So that's just what it's so good for this to happen because you guys are watching everything that I'm saying and you can watch them lie. Eric Bowling,
Facts.
I just don't even get this one. How can you say that I have not spoken at a Turning Point USA conference in years when I literally went on tour with Turning Point USA on college campuses last year? Like that's just incredible. You didn't know that I went. I was on tour for Turning Point USA last year. You don't remember that happening at all.
You will think
Eric Bowling, bruh. Why would you lie? Why would you lie? Now, again, this is those things that Candace always asks. Like, okay, it's one thing to be lying, but work with me here for a minute. Why are you lying? Like, why? What's your reason? What are you doing? What are you up to? What are you trying to? Because Candace is clueless. Like, what? Huh? Huh? Like, what's going on? Like, why y'all lying? You know, that's like if somebody close to you passed away and then everybody just start lying, saying, yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, let's say one of your boys he's an awesome baseball player. All he want to do is play baseball, 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 baseball. He's good. He's a hell of a pitcher. He can hit that thing. He's a great baseball player. Great, great, great baseball player. This always have been. Since y'all was 12, 13, that's all he was. You was more into basketball, but he was just baseball was his thing. Oh, I got this autograph thing from this person. Da, da, da. I got like, you know what I mean? And then he passed away, and people were like, he loved basketball so much. That was his thing, you know. He was gonna be a basketball player, and you're looking like, what? Like, no, he wasn't. Like, no, he wasn't. He was into baseball. No, basketball was his passion. And then everybody started joining in. Yeah, he loved basketball. Don't you remember? He loved basketball. You start feeling like, am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? I'm pretty sure that he didn't love no basketball. He loved baseball. And then you pull out your phone and you read all the text messages. You go back to the text messages and be like, he was just talking about baseball the other day. I remember. Meanwhile, you're hurting and grieving at the same time. But so you're crying, looking at what is everybody talking about? And then you look at the thing and realize he's like, baseball, baseball, baseball. Baseball. I'm going to the baseball game. Gotta go play some baseball. I'm practicing baseball. Da 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 da. All baseball. Wouldn't you be like, what the hell is going on? I'm about to reveal this like everybody's lying. Stop gaslighting me. Stop gaslighting me. That's all. Stop gaslighting me. That's what we want the people to do. So when Candace is calling it out, she's just saying, stop gaslighting me. And people would rather continue to gaslight than to be honest. And it's so many haters. Once again, so many people just hating on her for no reason. Like ridiculous. And they're like, oh, she said this. She said that. She said that Erica Kirk shot her husband. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Never has she ever. The one thing she did say is that Turning Point USA is involved in a cover up. That's what she said. They're involved. And she said it's a cover up because people are lying. People are lying. Something is going on. People are lying. When somebody start lying to you, I don't know if you can tell when somebody's lying to you, but I can tell when most times when people are lying to me. I can't tell all the times, but some lies are just blatant. I'm like, wait, what? That's dumb as if it's dumb, if it don't pass the sniff test or whatever, like the smell test, like you're gonna be like, nah, no, I'm not going for that. You're not just gonna let you lie to me and I'm just gonna walk away knowing you lied. I'm gonna question you. Like, what are you talking about? I've always been that way. I don't know if y'all always been that way, but I've always been that way. And to be honest, most of my life, I always kind of felt like I was the oddball. I always had the odd viewpoints and da 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 da. But my mom was that way too. Like, it's just like, what? Like, no, you're not gonna be able to just say anything to me. So that's what I think Candace is on. We're gonna let this finish up with Poetic Flacco. And again, fair use, brother. I like your channel. Everybody give Poetic Flacco a subscribe. He got a couple good videos about Candace actually right now too. So fair use.
they would retire all Candace Owens topics once they made a blunder that big. You brought somebody on to lie on Candace Owens, claimed that her and Charlie Kirk were not friends. They didn't work together for years, only for the public to just do basic research and find out that Candace Owens did Turning Point USA last year. So now Adam is
In
back,
2024.
all right, with more Candace Owens discredited. Now, they even went as far, to be honest, they really had it out for her. They even went as far as to play this like pseudo reverend, pseudo pastor at a
Emphasis on the pseudo. This part right here really annoys me. I'm a, I don't know if I should, but I'm gonna
Turning
let y'all
point
watch
event
it.
recently who claims that like Candace Owens is the devil, and Candace Owens is going off on Charlie Kirk's wife. She has a vendetta against the wife because she wasn't in her place. Just a bunch of nonsense, right? Now, I'm not saying Candace Owens is like the perfect victim, or Candace Owens is somebody who's 1,000% credible and never lied before. I'm just saying, when it comes to something that you know so little about, when you know so little about exactly what her accusations are, you probably just want to just sit this one back, okay? Just say, you know what? It sounds unhinged. It sounds a little crazy, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and wait.
A pastor that responded to it at Turning Point USA, what do you call it? Faith. Do you have that video that I think if you go
Here you go. Do you? Why you acting like that, bruh? Like, why you acting? Why you so shaky right now? I know he do be saying normally, but he's acting a little like clueless more and more. Like that's his role.
to the video from Faith, Turning Point USA, Turning Point USA Faith.
That part. That's the part. Not him saying but the part of him acting like he don't know the name. Turning Point, Faith, Turning Point. You like, bruh, got so fake.
I'll find it for you if you don't have it. There's a video of this. Go a little bit lower. Pastor was talking. You don't have this, Rob? That one right
here?
there.
Is
Yeah,
this
if you
it?
want to play that clip, yeah. Watch this clip here. So
Because they didn't have it loaded. It was just like, oh yeah, just in conversation. They didn't have that loaded. This clip that you're about to see, this wasn't loaded.
he is at a Turning Point USA event saying this. Go ahead.
So contrary to what Candace Owens is saying, who's spending her time trying to tear down the legacy of Charlie Kirk.
I'm not going to interrupt this like I did on my video earlier. Y'all got to watch that other video. I'm not going to even give any commentary on what this idiot black preacher is saying. This charlatan, I am going to give a little content on it because I looked up a scripture the biblical perspective on liars. Because he told this pastor now, this is a pastor getting on stage telling multiple lies, like multiple blatant, ridiculous lies. And you are a pastor. I think like God got a special place in hell for the people that are like devils in sheep clothing. Like if you're just a devil, you're just a devil. But when you're the one that's supposed to be the good one. And you a liar. All these pastors always getting in scandals, especially black pastors. I'm sure it happened to white pastors too. I just don't hear about y'all as much because that's not my culture. But like the amount of black pastors that's always in some shit. I'm trying not to cuss no more. I'm gonna get my video messed up. But yeah, the amount of black pastors that's always in some scandal, and it's always some type of sexual fetish scandal. They wearing a baby's diaper, or they are like, you know what I'm saying? They in there with a dude or a transvestite or something like that. Like the amount of them that does stuff like that is crazy. And the fact that they have been leading black people for so long, almost like they were planted in the churches to lead them in that way, giving them the funding to build the church, giving them to build these mega churches because they've been leading black people astray. They have. That's why most black men don't really go to church because they started catering to women, just like the government did, just like feminism did. So it kind of make black men feel like I don't. How do I hold on to my masculinity and attend this church? Like that's why I don't go to church right now. I'll be like, nah, I can't do it. I'll be all the time a problem. I'll be a problem in there. Excuse me, I got a question. Like, what that mean? What you mean when you say that? Like, I'll be questioning everything. But anyway, I looked at the scriptures. And it says in the Bible, it says in the Bible, God addresses the topic of liars and lying multiple times, emphasizing the importance of truthfulness. Here are some key points about what God says regarding liars. The book of Proverbs has several verses that discuss the consequences of lying. Proverbs 12 and 22 says, "The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy." Pastor, you got lying lips, bro. You got lying lips, and you the pastor. That's crazy. Revelations 2, Revelations 21 and 8, it says, "Their lives will have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone," indicating serious consequences for lying. Exodus, the ninth commandment in Exodus 20 and 16 commands, "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor." Hello, Pastor John, you bearing false witness against your neighbor, which is a direct admonition against lying. Colossians, in the New Testament, Colossians 3 and 9 admonishes believers, "Do not lie to each other, since you have taken off your old self with its practices." So if you took off your old self, that's like the old man, the sinner, and then you took on Jesus, and then now you have God's Spirit. That's how it's supposed to work. So this man is the one that's telling people, "Oh, I take off your spirit." I'm sure he just be in church clowning all the time, acting a monkey up there, and he is lying. All right, last one, John. And John, Jesus even refers to the devil as the father of lies. John 8 and 44, highlighting the spiritual implications of lying. All right, now let's get back to his video. I'm gonna just point out every time he lies.
Fighting against Erica Kirk, his wife.
Lies.
I mean, you have to be cruel and demonic to
Ooh, lies, and very, very rich of you to say that. Very rich of you. You're the Christian guy, but she's cruel and demonic. Whew. Jesus, when there were people that actually had demons in them, that was acting a crazy monkey, they going crazy, like, like literal demons was in them, right? Jesus didn't even call them a demon. He said, "She's a demon. She's demonic." What is she? Let's go back. I want to make sure I say it right.
who's spending her time trying to tear down the legacy of Charlie Kirk, fighting against Erica Kirk, his wife. I mean, you have to be cruel and demonic to insinuate.
There you go. You have to be cruel and demonic. And Adam. The audacity of these preachers, bro. These preachers are terrible.
The things that she has insinuated over the past several weeks. She's evil. That's what it is. And a big hand clap goes there. Don't get shy on me tonight.
I talked about this already, but the audacity of him to call her evil because she wanted to ask a few questions about what happened here, what happened there, how did this happen, and she just don't believe the report that came from the FBI, our government. Did you know that they had something to do with the killing of Martin Luther King? Did you know that they had something to do with the killing of JFK? Hello? It's not like we should just believe them. It's not our fault that we don't believe them. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at Candace. Like, don't get mad at normal people for not believing them. It's their fault. Like they lied. How you gonna get mad at me? You gonna keep lying and lying and lying to me, and then I don't believe you, and you mad like you don't believe me? Like, no, I don't. You be lying. You be lying. So yes, we don't believe you. You need more people. Let's continue. This dude really pisses me off.
I ain't the one. I came too far to play around.
All that hella feminine black church talk. That's what that is. Hella feminine black church talk. I ain't the one. I ain't come here to play like y'all. That's why I don't go to these black churches, because it's like, ugh. Everybody a choir director in this one. Like, I'm good. I don't want to be here. I'm straight.
It's evil. It's corrupt. It should not take place. She sounds like a jaded person who wish they were in the role that Charlie Kirk's wife is.
This is what y'all don't know about black churches too. This is he's in his bag right now. He's in his gossiping over the pulpit bag. That's what they do. He's in his gossiping over the pulpit bag.
But she isn't.
What does that mean?
And so therefore she seeks to tear down his legacy. And at some point, her husband is going to have to walk into that podcast room and start
Oh my God, this is what black preachers do in their church on the normal. This is their message. Their messages, and they're used to people like, whoa, 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 all right now, talk about it, blah, blah, blah. That's what they're used to. And and like, he's obviously in front of a white crowd. That's why he was just like, you can give me a hand clap there, because he's used to getting some type of response. Black preachers are hella insecure, and they can't like just preach and you not showing them that you agree, because they preach and you not saying nothing. If you just looking at them, they get hella insecure. That's black preachers. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm wrong. You know I'm right. All right, let's keep going.
plugging cords.
Listen to this.
I mean, by now I
buffoon.
would have already done it if it was my wife. I'm yanking cords. I'm shutting down the camera, shut down the AT.
Cap. That's another lie. You lying to people again. Because guess what? Everybody know. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't busting a grape in a fruit fight, especially in your house with your wife. We all know she running things. I ain't gonna say the other joke that I just popped in my mind, but let's just say I know she's running things.
Him, sweetie, get up, get out of this room, and can you please help out with the kids? Because this is a dastardly deed that is being.
Shows how much I bet she helps with her kids more than your wife helped with y'all kids. I bet that, if you have kids, I don't even know, but I bet she does. She homeschools her kids. No, shut STFU. Oh, of course, it would be the left, because we should fight against each other. Left and the right, we all need to be fighting against each other. That way, they can do what they want to do to us. How about we stop that, y'all? How about we put the left and right stuff down for a minute? Because this is not a left or right issue. First, let me make this clear. This is not about Charlie Kirk. This is not about Candace Owens. Although it is. Just see that this is something bigger than that. And what that is this is about our government and other governments possibly colluding against us at times. And they probably done it other times. This is about our government that we pay for. We are the ones that make this country doesn't make money. We give it our money, or they take our money that we earn. Taxes is supposed to be for the roads, city services and stuff like this, and having this build upkeep of this. But this other stuff, it has expanded so much. They're taking so much more of our money, and they're doing stuff that don't even have nothing to do with our country. It used to be for our stuff, like pay our libraries and helping our schools and our roads. You know, the flight people, the flight directors and all that. That's what our taxes should be going towards, not all of this other stuff. And that's important. That's important. I don't know, see how it's not important to you, but it's important to me. If it's important to you, type it in the chat. Let me get a subscribe, because I need more subscribers, and I need y'all to communicate in the chat. YouTube won't push me out to other people. So if you agree with me, if you're watching this far, then I need you to subscribe to the channel and share the video to somebody that you think might agree. Like, hey, check this guy out. They might not agree with everything. They might not even like the way I talk. They might not like the way I look. They might not like nothing. It's okay. Just share it, because what we all really need to realize is that what we all really need to realize is that we're all the tax-paying citizens of this country. And it's our country at the end of the day. These people that get in those votes and those seats, and those Congress seats and whatever, and the senators, they don't get to just decide everything. We can vote them all out if we stop fighting each other. We can never vote them all out if we keep fighting each other. But if we stop fighting each other and realize what is really happening, like they're lying to us in our face, and they're playing in our face, and they're doing the wrong things with our money, and you got senators and congressmen that support other nations more, firstly over this one. Like, well, wait, well, why are we paying you? What are you doing? Like, how you got our best interests at hand? Like, you don't. Like, you're not thinking about us. You think about somebody else. That's not right. It's not that that's evil against somebody else. No other place would do it. They wouldn't do it for us. So why are we doing it for them? And don't let them gaslight you to be like, "Oh, you're anti this, or you're hate this." Like, it's not about hating anything. It's just about, wait, that's not cool. That's not fair. Y'all wouldn't do that to us or for us. Your citizens get free healthcare. Ours don't. We could, if we wasn't throwing it all over there and over everywhere else, all over the world, police in the world. We don't have to do that. Like, we should be able to vote every time there's about to be any type of a major decision on where they spend the money. We should be able to vote on it. We should be able to vote and let the people decide. That's the way the people really decide. We got these representatives in office that are supposed to be representing us, but they do not. They lie to us, throw us the crumbs, and represent other things, other places themselves. That's all they represent. They're supposed to be representing us. So it's like, how long do we just chill and let them do it? we that sedated, we that like dumbed down a little bit. Like, we can't like figure this out. Like, hey, we can't allow them to do it. So this Candace Charlie thing is not about Candace. If you hate Candace and you're like, I don't care, it's not about Candace. It's not about Charlie. If you hate Charlie, you thought he was a racist, you say this, you say he's gay, you say like whatever your little reason is, it's not about that anyway. What this is about is our country not being ran by people who don't care about our country first. That's what this is. And everybody else is telling you that's the most ridiculous story I've ever heard in my life. Everybody else is telling you that this crap happened. Like, that this whole scenario, Tyler Robinson climbed, he was the furries trans, he had a furry trans boyfriend, and he all of a sudden started getting very anti Trump, and he was saying his dad is way too MAGA, and it's just like all this little same old narrative stuff that sounds dumb. That sounds dumb. And then the text messages from Tyler to his boyfriend. Yeah, I'm like writing like a dummy. Like, who? Nobody writes like that. Like Candace made fun of it. If you read those text messages, it sounds like some Romeo and Juliet type stuff. Like, who would who writes that? Who talks like that? I won't be gone for long, my love. I just had to kill somebody and da 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 da. Like, nobody would tell all their business. This kid wasn't no dummy. This kid was smart. And I'm telling you, on that video, just look at this video. This is what I think. On that video, when Tyler Robinson is sitting there and they're sentencing him, the way he was looking at the camera, to me, gave me the idea that they told him to sit there, stare at the camera, or maybe the judge was saying something else. They had a judge sitting there saying something to him different from what we heard, because his reaction didn't match that of someone saying that, they're charging him for murder and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see that? Like, it was just different. So they're losing the people, y'all. They're losing the people. So support it. Because that grip of the enemy is loosening because we're pulling away. So don't fall into the, oh, Candace crazy crowd. Don't fall into that. Just be like, well, hear her out. See what you got to say. I don't care if you don't like her. Just be like, no, I'm going to hear her out and see what you got to say. Because it might make sense to you once you hear it. And you can be like, yeah, I think I believe more what she's saying than what they're saying. Everybody been saying she's crazy, but actually, now that I hear the story, that does make sense. I don't know. I'm going to do a part 2 of this tomorrow. I got to get out here and put this tree up for real. All right. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.